Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we're in the flatbed today, and guess what? We're going to go and pick up our first ever CX flatbed job. Let's see how this goes. I quoted on it yesterday. They phoned me, they said they're going to phone the customer. They phoned me back and said, yeah, it's on. It's picking up today. It's delivering Monday. Let's strap her up. It's absolutely levering it down. As you know, we're getting a storm. This should be fun and games. I'm going to get absolutely soaked. There's no doubt about that. But literally, where my unit is 9 minutes, 3 miles to the collection, and then it's going to be stored over the weekend in the unit, back on the van, and then down to London for Monday morning. Flatbed work, eh? On the CX, imagine that. And I got a decent rate for it, £2.18 a mile. So I'm happy with that. Let's go and pick it up, guys.
I'm just gonna drive.
I feel like I've not worn a high-vis in ages. Right, I'm running a little bit early, and I've just drove past where I'm picking up from, and I'm a little bit concerned. I've just drove past, and in the yard there is some big pallets of aluminium sheets. On the notes when I quoted on the job, I put the dimensions and I put that it's a drop side tail lift, so it can't really have an overhang. It can go on an angle, obviously. I can put stuff up here and go back to the back and strap it all down. I can't have an overhang at the back. If it's the pallets that are there, they look about 6 meters. I've got a 4.4 meter bed. It says on the booking 3 crates. They weren't crates, so it could be something different. So 3 crates, 400 kilos on the booking. 5 minutes, I'm gonna go around there and we'll see what's going on, eh? I hope it's not the stuff that's outside. I really hope it's not that stuff, because it won't fit. But it might look good, won't it?
A few inches later.
Well, we're back at the unit now, and good news, it did fit. Look, you can see it behind me. It is wrapped in blue shrink wrap. It's going to London Monday, and, well, it's been craned off. I didn't know that until I've just seen the paperwork. I'm going to have to phone the shipper I'm working for on the CX, because it does say on the paperwork to allow 4 hours for offload on site. So I need to speak to them and get that dialed down straight away with waiting time, etc. 2 minutes, wifey's ringing.
1 eternity later.
There she is, all loaded up, if you can see. 2 stillages, 4 meters long, well, just shy of 4 meters for a crane lift. Not knowing what they actually were when I was picking them up, because I didn't get very much information on them. Originally said I was going to put them in here over the weekend, but I can't get them off. I don't have a crane or a high-ab or a forklift, and still they'll probably be too wide to come in my doors anyway. So they're staying on the van. It's all strapped down. We've got secure parking here anyway, CCTV, everything, so it should be fine over the weekend. I'm insured anyway. I'm insured here, so I'm going to take that home. I've got to go pick the kids up in that tonight. Wifey's got an appointment, so yeah, we will continue on this video on Monday whilst we're driving that to London. Work has come on for Monday now, and I need someone here to load a van. Jono's loading in the morning, coming here and spending the day here loading people. Let's continue this Monday.
The next day.
Good morning, it is Monday morning. The van is loaded. I've been round, I've checked all the straps nice and tight. When I shifted it from over there to here, the amount of water that came off this from obviously it's been absolutely levering it down all weekend. But yeah, she's nice, tight, she's ready to go, hit the road, nothing's loose, nothing's coming off. She's not going anywhere. Front is fully fueled, so like 190 miles to the delivery point. We're going to take it nice and easy. It's currently just after 5 AM. We don't have to be there till 11, and it is a crane lift off the back, so that should be an interesting one. Got my boots on, got my high vis, got my hard hat. I think that's all I need. It's been so long since I've actually been out and done driving. I feel a bit nervous. I didn't sleep very well last night. We'll see how today goes. Come with me. Right, we've just stopped at Hilton Park Services. We're about an hour into the drive. I just want to check straps, check the load and everything like that. First big distance run with a flatbed, so I'll make sure everything's running smoothly. Let's turn the rear lights on. I do have a question for anyone who drives a Sprinter. What MPG are you getting? Because this van is not doing great on fuel. I'm gonna be honest. It is drinking it. I don't know. I thought a flatbed would be better. Just it's more aerodynamic, but then it's got the tail lift at the back. Is the tail lift acting like a big sail? I don't know. You guys let me know what MPG you're getting out of a Sprinter. At the minute I'm averaging 22, which is worse than the Crafter. Yeah. Also, I need to stretch my legs. It's okay. It's not as comfortable as the Volkswagen, this Mercedes, but I'm sure I'll get used to it. Now I'm going to be driving again. All nice and safe, nice and tight, 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 tight. Load isn't going anywhere. I'm on site. They're not here yet. I've just phoned them. They're 10 minutes out. I think they might be them that should pulled up over the road, actually. Literally just off the M1 as you get into London. It was pretty much right there. Don't know how they're going to lift this off. The crane's on the roof of the building in a minute, so should be an interesting one. Just say crane lift. Yeah, it's them lads over there. So fingers crossed we get this off shortly. Well, I'm back in the van, cruising back on the M1. First crane lift, where I've actually been there. Well, I've been to crane lifts before. I mean, where it's my van that it's being lifted from. It's not a subbies that I've booked. A little bit scary, a little bit nerve-wracking, but hey, it got done. Both stillages went straight up. No damage to the van, which is always good. It did get a bit scary at one point where the wind caught it a little bit. Right, you might be wondering why I'm back in the van. Why am I doing a CX job? Things have gone a little bit tits for me. And some of you will be like, ah, look at that dickhead, it's not going right. And some of you will be like, oh, shit, that's not good, James. And I'm like, I appreciate any sentiment whatsoever. But yeah, things have gone a bit tits. I have a couple of smaller customers and then one large customer, as most of you know. And I've always said don't put all your eggs in one basket, but I seem to have put all my eggs in one basket with a larger customer. And on Tuesday last week, I had a meeting with one of the directors. Some things have been going on with my customer. They've had to fire 2 people over theft. I did get scrutinised a little bit after that because I was the one doing all the collections, deliveries and stuff. Well, most of you guys were, like, I was the one organising everything. But I had everything, all my ducks in a row, all my paperwork and everything was fine, all my photos. They later said, right, no, we know you've nothing to do with it, blah, blah, blah. But it felt like it cast a bit of a shadow over the relationship and it wasn't good. So I had a meeting on Tuesday, which was a reassurance meeting. Reassurance from them that we were still going to be getting the work, reassurance from me that they were still going to be getting the same fantastic service they've always had. That was their words, fantastic service, not mine. And that was on Tuesday. And I walked away from that and I felt a bit, something doesn't feel right, but they've like reassured me that we're working for all the teams, we're doing all the work, blah, 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 which we have been doing for a while now. But it has been quiet September, it has been quiet. They've just told me like they're having a quiet month. It should pick up again in October sort of thing. So I believed them. And then we had a small job come on for the Wednesday. One of my good pals, Luke, went and did the job and he phoned me and said, James, I think something you need to know here. These other drivers here delivering, and I've been talking to them, and they're from one of the rigging teams. One of the rigging teams have started their own courier side of the company and are doing their own collections and deliveries. So I thought, oh no, that's not good, is it? That's going to remove a little bit of work from me. Hopefully it shouldn't affect me too much. So I sent an email off asking what was going on after being reassured the day before that we were the only ones doing all the work. One of the other staff members I deal with replied to me straight away and just said, yeah, we're trialling them. They've got a massive warehouse. They're the ones doing the rigging anyway. And they've decided they want to get into the collections and deliveries and site clearances themselves because they feel it will benefit the company. Of course it will. It's going to bring them a higher income, innit? So yeah, all the jobs that they're doing the rigging on, they're going to do the collections, deliveries and clearances. which leaves me in a pickle because they do 70% of my customers' rigging. So that leaves me with only 30% of the workload we've been doing. Which, yeah, I'm not losing it all, but I'm losing a massive chunk. And I've literally just got this van for that customer as well. And it just felt like a bit of a kick in the dick. You do a fantastic job for us, but I was a bit annoyed. I still am, to be honest. Yeah, we're still getting some work off them, just not as much, and it has quietened down significantly, which I should have noticed over September, that September's normally busy and it went really, really, really quiet. Bit of a faux pas on my part as well, for not noticing sooner. But yeah, we've lost a big chunk of work. I can't just sit down, keep trying to work on getting new customers, which I've been trying to do for the last 4.5 years. Our customers come and go, normally because I get rid of them because of bad payers and stuff like that. Or not necessarily they don't pay me what I want, they just don't pay me on time or make me wait for ages, or yeah, it's just other things. So I'm currently looking for new customers. I'm going to try and do 2 or 3 days a week driving myself. I'm getting better rates in the flatbed anyway, so we'll just see how it goes. So whether I keep the unit or not, I'm not sure. Whether I keep both vans or not, I'm going to try and keep both vans. I'm going to try and put someone in the Luton soon. Try and build some more customer bases up. In my head, like, they told me it's a trial with them, but they've already messed up, because that's why we had to go in and collect. They've messed up, but they forgot to pick up 3 boxes. So we've had to go in and pick up the boxes that they've already messed up. So in my head, I don't know, like, if they're going to have the scope to cover what we covered, and I'm doubtful they will. So we might still get some of their work back. There's a lot going on in my head at the minute. I do feel a little bit let down by the customer. They didn't even give me a heads up, nothing. Could have warned me, didn't bother. It took one of the drivers to find out what was going on. They were just going to leave me completely in the dark, even though the day before I'd had this reassuring talk with one of the directors, which felt like a proper letdown now, really, really let down. But hey, we continue progressing forward. We're always moving forward. We're gonna fucking smash it. We're gonna find some more customers, and we're not giving up. We're not letting it hurt us as a company. We're just gonna crack on. If I need to go back on the road for a bit, I need to go back on the road for a bit. I'm not gonna put all my time onto the road because I've done that before. It's exhausting, and I don't get time to focus on the company. But I am gonna put a bit of time back onto the road and just earning some money to keep it in the company. Like I said, we will progress, and I think this will be and is a good investment, this flatbed, because obviously we got good money today doing this CX job, and they've phoned me as well to see if I can be available to do another one to South London on Wednesday, because they get quite a bit of flatbed work. They're based local to me, so fingers crossed something could come of this, and it could be regular flatbed work off them, and it's paid at good money, so I'm happy to do that. Maybe I put a driver in the flatbed and have them running the flatbed all the time. Obviously, I'm running back empty now because I've got things to do. I need to get back. There was one other flatbed job down south which I could have gone over and done. I need to get back. I've got stuff to do. I do have a company to run at the end of the day. I can't just always be out. But with the amount of fuel I'm going to use compared to like how much we've took for the day, we're still earning a couple of £100 just for me being out for the day, so it's all gravy. A couple of other jobs on today. They're both 2 more jobs. They've both been completed this morning. Both smaller van jobs, but both gone swimmingly. But yeah, things are changing at Ferry Fletcher Limited. We're only going to get bigger and better, so I'm not letting it get me down or anything like that. We're just going to keep pushing forward, always moving forward. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.